Okay, hack. I can turn off some turrets, or and this remaining. That might be nice. I think I have all the cameras off though. Okay, have it open, 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 off, 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 log out. Alright. That was something. I haven't had really to deal with cameras. But now I certainly won't have to. Or maybe it was just because the cameras were friendly to me. I have no idea, in all honesty. Actually, that was not worth it in the slightest. I have no problem lockpicking to get into here. I'll turn off some cameras, make sure some doors are open for me. Even if they are unlocked, I'll just make doubly sure, like, why not? Sure, it's fine. But I'm not wasting 2 lockpicks on some that's on that ammo. Nah. So I have to be kind of picky with the lockpicks. And the multi-tools, because I don't know what I don't know where they all are and shit like that. Okay. Okay. I'm here now. Alright. Yeah, I actually think the cameras were just friendly to me. That's why they didn't, go hostile. Couldn't be certain though, because, the turrets certainly aren't friendly. Where the hell is Data Cube? Oh, it's right fucking here. Paul, I'm sending this message from the... Paul, I'm sending this message from the plane. UNATCO has been even more ruthless than we feared, and the reports I'm receiving now are that our people are being sorted in the tunnels. It's probably only a matter of time before I'm captured and executed, and I don't doubt that they'll kill everyone they can back at our headquarters. If you find this, you must get a message out to our people. Align the communication dishes using satellite dish control computer. The login is C. Collins and the password is Revolution. Nearby is the actual communications console. Log in using Napoleon and the same password, and a coded warning will automatically be bounced to everyone on our network. I can hear the gunshots. They've reached the plane. I'm sorry I won't be able to thank you in person. You've done much for the peoples of this world. Oh, of course, I don't have enough room to take his photo. Just give me 1 second. And of course, my phone's on 1%. I can remember it. I can check later on anyway. Okay. Joanne, I have a feeling that one way or another my time here is short, and I think my loyalties are already being questioned. The inevitable complications from the raid are only going to raise more doubts. So I pulled together everything I could access without raising additional suspicions. Attached, you should find information linking Simons, Mandarin, and other high-ranking members of UNATCO through covert communications and a series of monetary payments. If you check the records, over 10,000 credits a month is being placed into an anonymous Zurich account, routinely accessed by Mandarin. The payments were slick, being dispersed through a number of shell companies and orbital banks, but they all eventually originate with companies in which Simmons has a controlling interest, follow the trail far enough back. I've also managed to document some of UNATCO's less than shining operations, including their role in the statue bombing. Most disturbingly is further verification of Tracer's suspicion that UNATCO may not only be involved with the distribution of ambrosia, but also with the Grey Death in some way. I've given a copy of all this same material to Jock, with orders to deliver to Tracer if things get as bad as they might. Be careful. Oh, this is something. There's actually multiple different endings to the game. I don't know what ending I'm gonna get. Don't think it's like Human Revolution where you can just pick the ending at the right at the end. I think it depends on your actions. Just need to make sure there's nothing else here. Okay. Yeah, I have everything, so let's head back inside this place. We can head in this way, and we can grab a energy refill while I'm here. Very handy to have this around. Somehow I have a feeling Yunako's gonna figure, out that I'm not in Hong Kong kind of soon. Why would all these guys seeing me? They might be, accepting of, oh, I had to go grab a few things. Well, that one guy. But, can I be honest? I doubt the rest will be. Kinda doubt the rest will be. Did I close that door over there earlier?
You're not cleared to be up here, Agent.
Wished. Who has the prod? Okay. MCOLLINs. Wait, let me fix the C. Actually, Collins. Huh. He was actually one of the guys in M. Collins? That's, there's a guy in Irish history by the name of Michael Collins. He was in the IRA. There's different variations of the IRA. The IRA he was in was certainly the better respected one. So much so that back in 2016, to celebrate the 100th anniversary, like there's a huge celebration of the 100th it was been 100 years since the 1916 Rising, and there's a big celebration of it throughout the country. 1916 Rising was an IRA event. There's later on versions of the IRA, like the real IRA and the provisional IRA, that are completely hated or disliked or whatever because they're terrorists. The earlier ones, my friend knows more about it than I do, but he was saying that the earlier version that Collins was in, they cared about civilian casualties. The later on ones didn't. They killed everyone and anyone, kind of thing. Or sorry, that's my own wording. From what, well, if one group cared about civilian casualties and the other didn't, well, they probably killed everyone and anyone. But that's not entirely accurate. But a lot of, I presume there's a lot of collateral damage. Like a lot of innocent people got caught in their attacks and they didn't care, or whatever. They were shittier people. All I know is that the Michael Collins one IRA was much better liked, but my knowledge in the whole situation is very limited. If you're interested, I would advise finding some good books on it yourself, or good information on it yourself. What books will be good? I wouldn't have a clue. I have no idea. Like I said, my knowledge on this is all very limited. I could tell you about the fall of the Roman Republic, tell you a bit about the fall of the Roman Empire. I vaguely remember reading a bit of it for a thing in history. We had to read a few books for history and write a journal on it, and I vaguely remember one of the books. But yeah. Sorry, someone was on my hand. There we go. Oh, it's already open. Email, nothing. I could say a little bit about it. I remember there was Visigoths. They were driven from their homes by You know Attila and the Huns? Yeah, they were driven from their homes by him, I think, or maybe it was some other gang and they turned up later. Um, but anyway, they were driven from their homes and they came to the Romans for help. The Romans were like, sure, we'll take you in. But they were kind of busy with something else going on, so they kind of just stuck them in refugee camps and kind of just put guards up and left them at that. Didn't really shelter them well or give them proper provisions, to the point where the Visigoths had to trade their children for dog meat. Certainly, so it certainly doesn't sound good. It's a pretty shitty situation, trading their kids for food. Though, you know, the only point I wanted to make was this wasn't covered. Didn't make this say this to anyone, so you know I could be wrong. But basically, the point I was going to make was you have to keep in mind culturally, you know, different things can mean different insults depending on where you are. Like, you know, for example, tipping in some places is considered polite and what you're meant to do, while in Japan that's actually a grievous insult. So dog meat mightn't be, you know, such a bad thing to eat depending on where you are, you know? It's like in China. So maybe the Visigoths may or may not have had a poor opinion of dog meat. So, you know, salt to the injury, you know? Salt on the wound. Insult to injury. There we go. But maybe they did. Who knows? But they had to trade their kids for it, just to survive. And there'll be also a ton of disease. Then they were like, okay, we'll talk to your leaders, we'll hash things out. Then they try to assassinate them. And it fails. And their leaders are like, look, leave us go, or our people will really cause some shit, you know, if we're killed here. And they end up causing some shit anyway, if memory serves. I think that's how it plays out anyway. And they end up causing a ton of mischief due to incompetency on the Roman part and general bigotry to be honest. The Visigoths end up holding Rome multiple times, installing their own puppet emperor, who does piss all. They don't even respect him themselves. He was a bit of a loon anyway. He seems more absent-minded and more interested in doing his own thing than being emperor. Like, I've kind of like eccentric professor kind of image in my head, you know. But anyway, the Visigoths end up like, okay, look, you're no longer emperor. All right, just step down. They like take him off the throne themselves, and they end up sacking Rome. They end up holding Rome for so long, some people turn to cannibalism. They end up causing a lot of mischief. But at one stage their leader ended up dying, so they what's it called? They end up heading off to their own, you know, in one way, and the Romans actually end up recruiting them at one stage later on. My memory of this is actually much more vague than that of the classics, mainly because I was just reading this novel by myself rather than learning it in class, where it kind of stuck in a bit better. But yeah, if that sounds interesting, you may want to check that out yourself. I don't remember the name of the book that I read that from, so can't help you there. Napoleon, Revolution. That was a mistype. N-E-P. N-E-P. Damn it, Napoleon, why is your name so hard to spell? Thank you. Email on broadcast.
I can see that the signal is being transmitted, but the satellite is not receiving it. You need to be sure all the dishes are aligned and try to send again. Denton.
Shit.
Simon's here. What an expensive mistake you turned out to be. I hope the troops to kill you because frankly I don't have the patience to wait for one of those damn kill switches to work.
Okay. M-C-O-L-L-I-N Collins. REVOLUTION. It's align, align, align. Since I can't do it any further, I guess it's fine. Okay, I think I have to head back here. Napoleon. REVOLUTION. Broadcast. MCOLLINS REVOLUTION. What? Isn't it sent? Okay, look, just hack. I can't be bothered typing all that out again. Even though it's only a tiny bit, and I'll probably already be in. It's just like, I can't be bothered. Can I be honest? I don't know what's actually going on. Okay, let's reload. Seriously, I haven't saved since here. You know what? Fuck that. I'm going to save those 2 lockpicks. There's no need for me to go in there. I'll just wander over here, have a quick look at what I find. Like, see, I'm friendly. Well, they're friendly. They perceive me as an ally. There we go. I'm just trying to remember where I have to go. It's over this way. There we go.
You've got what you need to use the transmitter on the roof. Look
There we
around
go.
that room. You should find records of the bribes Manderley's been taking. Then get to the roof, JC. I need you to send that distress signal.
Okay. Yeah, I have everything. Yep. Let's head on up. Yeah, we'll go this way. It'll be quicker. Now I'm gonna have to fight through all of these guys because of that guy. I don't remember his name. The FEMA guy. And he also has physical augments like I do. That's not exactly reassuring. I don't know what exactly that means.
You're not cleared to be up here, Agent.
Wished. Like, I'm just the whole augment thing here is a lot less clear than it is in, say, Human Revolution. Like, there you see the whole list of augments Jensen has. Well, here it's just like, I have IFF, Light, and InfoLink, and some other things that I can activate later on. And yeah, that's my augments. It's just like, I know there's some less concreteness than like, okay, I have a ton of dormant augments in me that I can activate, like Typhoon and shit, and I've also default things like arm blades and glasses. You know, that's more like concrete to me. While here it's just like more nebulous and unclear. Okay, save. I'm gonna have to take out so many goddamn guys. Actually, I'm thinking of one thing I could do. Actually, I've already as much accuracy as I can. I've already boosted it by 25. Nice. MC. I don't remember what I was going to say. I was actually, oh yeah, I was thinking of